Welcome to the playground. Today's episode, or part of the episode, episode 3, part 2, is going to be all about customizing the frame, making it unique, making it one of a kind, and giving it some custom highlights to make it pop a little bit and stand out. Stick around and see what we do here at Hemingway's Playground to this Cannondale Tandem frame to make it truly unique and one of a kind. We'll see you at Hemingway's Playground. Welcome to Hemingway's Playground. Please like and subscribe. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to customize this. My plan for the Cannondale Tandem is to take this white outlined words and fill it with red paint. So we got red interior with white exterior. Give it a little customization, a little bit of a red flare, and hopefully that'll work out decent and look good as well. It's going to be a little tricky. I don't have the most stable hand. I'm going to do it freehand, so we're going to see how this goes. First thing we're going to do is we're going to try to clean the frame off, or clean this area off. We're not going to go too crazy with like sanding it down to get a better adhesion with the paint, but we are going to clean it so that it's more likely to stick. We're just going to use some basic rubbing alcohol and so a little bit of alcohol on our rag here. Clean off any oils and gunk that might have been stuck on here. And you might be wondering what paint we're going to use. Just going to use some basic Testors model paint. I've had pretty good luck with that sticking to frames in the past, so that's what we're going to use today. Hopefully it'll work out pretty well. So let's see how this process goes. As I was saying before, we're going to take this white outlined words, fatty, and fill it with red paint. Now that I'm at this process, getting ready to do it, I'm kind of wishing I had better brushes, but yeah, this is what we're going to do right now. I'm going to come to the other side. Yeah, this isn't working the way I wanted it to. I'm gonna get a different brush and fix this a little bit. All right, well, I've saved it off of the white outline there. Let's try this other brush, see if this will work a little better for me. My red's not as deep as I thought it was going to be. It's kind of more purple. Might need to get some Q-tips to fix some of these areas that are a little close to the white. Otherwise, I think it's working all right. Don't know if you guys can hear that on camera, but my kids are upstairs playing and having a great time, being quite loud. All right, that's not bad. It's not quite the red that I was hoping it would be, but it's still pretty cool. I'm gonna touch those areas in the white up a little bit, and I gotta go get some Q-tips. So I just put my Q-tip on here and cleaned it up pretty well. There's a few areas that are still a little overlapped, but looking a lot better. Obviously the best way is to not overlap it to start with, but as I said, my hand's not the steadiest. So I'm going to do a couple more letters here and see how that goes and clean those up. All right, let's see if I can clean that one up with the Q-tip. Definitely got some areas that overlapped my white on this one. Well, again, it's not quite the red that I was looking for, but I think I like it so far. Probably when the sun hits it right, it'll look a lot more red. I think the thicker I can put it on, the more red it's going to look. So I'm going to try to keep it thicker on this one and see how that goes. But I don't want it to bleed over. So we're painting on a round surface, it tends to roll, drip. That's what I don't want it to do. Guess that's what I meant when I said roll. It's drip. Let's clean that one up before those drips get too bad. Funny, I'm thinking about brushes here, and I've got a buddy, good friend of mine, who's a professional artist, And I'm sure he would say I'm using the department store bike of brushes right now, or the equivalent of what a department store bike is of paint brushes. These brushes are using, I'm sure they're some type of a synthetic hair that doesn't allow paint to flow smoothly. Things like that. It's hard to keep anything consistent with them as well. Let's see if I can clean this up a little bit better. Do this Y and then move on to the other side. Clean up these areas that have overlapped. That makes that white pop a little bit more. Again, I think once it's outside, it'll look pretty good. And I think from a distance, as we see it on the camera, it doesn't look too bad. Up close, if you take a microscope to it, if you look up close to it, then yeah, it might look a little janky. But from a distance, I think it looks pretty good. All right, so my kids came down and invaded for a little bit, but now they're back upstairs playing, and I'm going to hopefully finish this up. And now my furnace kicked on for the background noise. See if I can't clean that up a little bit better. All right, we'll do the Y, and that should be done for the fork. Touch this up a little bit. All right, it's filled in. Let's clean up the edges because it looks a little ugly. And we should be good with the fork. Went a little too deep on that cleanup. All right, just touch up a few areas that got too much taken out away. Here. So much for careful. There we go. And that should be good. So episode 3, part 2 was all about making the frame custom adding some red accents to it, making those white outlines pop a little bit with that red color in there. I think that blood red color is really going to stand out once we put some red accents on it. If you remember from the first episode of this Cannondale Tandem rebuild project, I showed you the red anodized parts that are going to go on there, as well as the red bar tape and some other red highlights. If you haven't seen that yet, jump back into the episodes here and see or watch that video and see what we started off with the blank slate, how I got the bike. If you like what you see here and if you're enjoying the process, please like and subscribe to this channel. Stick around here at Hemingway's Playground.